Okay, before Volume 8 started, I wanted to talk about Salem. Salem's arrival in Atlas marks an important moment in RWBY. The Big Bad is no longer operating from the shadows. Yes, the Big Bad, the overarching villain, the main antagonist of the story, has arrived on the scene. Our heroes now have to face the ultimate threat up close and personal. This is a big deal, guys. The show will never be the same going forward. Why? Well, the Big Bad getting off the couch and actually doing something can signal a few things. The story reaching its climax, an upcoming loss for our heroes, a tone shift, things like that. There's no going back, right? When they take matters into their own hands and actually get something done, having them go back to sitting around waiting for their lackeys to accomplish something doesn't work. Especially for a character like Salem who doesn't have to worry about dying.
Immortal?
The Big Bad must stay an active player once they step onto the court. They can't return to the bench. If it were up to me, I'd have Salem kill half the cast in Volume 8, but I doubt the writers like that idea. It'll be interesting to see how they handle this. They should set the tone early in Volume 8. Make it clear to our heroes and the audience that they're dealing with the threat of a higher order. How do they do that? Well, let's think about it. In regard to the fandom, what's the most impactful thing a villain has done in this show? You could argue the fall of Beacon, but I'd say Cinder killing Pyrrha. Salem has to do at least that within the first few chapters to really set the tone. An established character that folks care about need to die by her hand. That would really do it. If you'd rather not kill a character early on, you may be able to get away with Salem just unleashing on the floating city of Atlas, causing major death and chaos up there. Just don't show her in Mantle, please. If I see one more major Grim attack in Mantle, I'm gonna lose my shit. Seriously, we don't care anymore.
But first I need the one who can show me how. Bring him to me.
I have to be honest with you guys. I'm getting a sense from the Volume 8 promo material that Salem herself isn't going to be doing much of anything early in the volume. In fact, after being handed the relic, she sends a Grim to go kidnap Oscar. Yeah, we're doing that again.
It's Oscar. He's missing.
Oscar, where are you?
Because she's lazy and can't be bothered to do it her damn self? I mean, you could argue that the Grim is an extension of Salem, but then why did she even bother leaving her den? She could just communicate through a Seer Grim. The situation hasn't changed. She just moved herself closer to the action. Imagine getting mad at your significant other for always buying the wrong brand of milk. So the next time they take a trip to the grocery store, you tag along, but instead of going in there with them, you stay in the car. What good is that gonna do? What's that gonna change? Nothing. Instead of waiting at home, you're now waiting in the parking lot. That's what Salem's gonna be doing, I fear.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
If you want something done right, do it yourself.
Saying the Big Bad is gonna do it herself, and then having her not do it herself, is a good way to piss people off. If this Grim manages to fetch Oscar, then she should have sent the same Grim to capture RWBY instead of Tyrion.
Bring can wait. Find the girl that did this to Cinder.
Oh yeah, that's right, she would have needed her scent. Well, I'm sure it could have sniffed RWBY out. I mean, she does stink. Speaking of RWBY, how our heroes react to the Big Bad is also important. I mean, the situation is very much fraught, and their actions need to reflect that. What is the plan now that the witch is here?
Okay, then let's go for both. Get Amity up and running and evacuate Mantle.
Yeah, we need to do both. We need to get Amity up and running and evacuate Mantle. Yeah, we need to do the exact same thing we wanted to do at the end of Volume 7, only now we have less resources. Woohoo! Yeah, Salem is here, but we think we can pull it off. Somehow. Some way. Guys, this tells me that they have no idea what they're dealing with. Surely Salem's not gonna sit back and be passive and watch them get Amity up and running, right? Right?
Alright everybody, it's time to do our jobs.
Our heroes should fail miserably. Team RWBY should take a massive L here. That's how you establish your Big Bad. Things aren't just gonna work out in the end because Salem won't allow it. This is a new arc, an arc that starts with the first real confrontation with the Big Bad. And Ironwood, apparently. Oh, that's right, it looks like Salem's not gonna be the solo antagonist this volume. Just read the synopsis. Our heroes' worst fears have finally been realized. Salem is here, and the timing couldn't be worse. for the divided kingdom of Atlas. Fear has turned friends into enemies, while doubt threatens to splinter humanity's remaining allies. With Salem and Ironwood stacking the odds against them and the fate of Remnant at stake, it's up to Team RWBY to make their play before it's too late. So let me get this straight. The big bad has arrived on the scene, and she's not going to take all of the focus? We're going to do this thing where our heroes are dodging Salem's forces and the military? Will Salem really have time to shine? Guys, this volume needs to be Salem heavy, the best character this volume. Why, you ask? Isn't it obvious? She's the big bad and you're pushing her to the forefront. You cannot afford to screw this up. Look, I've had my criticisms of her associates, right? For example, Cinder, she's awful, right? I say it all the time, Cinder's bad. But Cinder being bad does not effectively end the show. If Salem shows up and she's not interesting, and she's not intimidating, and she doesn't accomplish anything significant, the show is done. She's the final boss. There's nowhere to go from here. She can't be underwhelming. She just can't. It has to be more than, hey RWBY, I killed your mom, you know? Okay, that's all I wanted to say about Salem. Now we're heading into volume 8. What do you want to see from the big bad? Who do you think Salem will kill? Who do you want Salem to kill? I'm thinking either Nora, Ren, or Crow will get whacked, but we'll see. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the comments later.